will get you everything that you deserve. I left the Lamborghini in Miami. I took the race with me to Cincinnati. I got a driver who keep all the sticks. Do be jumping shit. Jumping shit, they jumping shit. Jumping shit, they jumping shit. Got me on the lookout for the baddest man. Jumping shit, they jumping shit. Jumping shit, they jumping shit. Jumping shit, they jumping shit. I just listen for the splash. They just looking for the cash. Back up in the studio like a body hop. Worry about the nigga counting on. Went up in the club and pulled 1,000 off. Took her back to the crib and put the house on. I ain't playing games with it. Spitting fire, splitting flames. And my ring off 7 figures. I'm a race flames on you. Yeah, it's gonna be a...
What's up, everybody? We are back for episode 3 of Legally Loaded. I am Lady Esquire. My co-host is
Ice Cold Dre the Game. What up, y'all?
We missed you guys.
Sure did.
We have been so excited
Sure have.
to get to another Saturday.
Sure have.
So we can share more information.
Sure will.
And we just know that y'all are not only going to get something out of this, but today you're going to comment, you're going to call in, you're going to interact with us because the word is out.
Exactly.
And we're going to make sure
you are legally loaded.
You are legally loaded. You and everybody you know. So that being said, if you're already logged on right now to YouTube, start sharing. Mm-hmm. Share.
Please do.
I can see 7 of you already logged in. That's amazing.
That's
on
amazing.
Time for class.
Time.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, because we never on time.
Never on time, especially for class.
Yeah.
Never ever.
Never ever ready.
Yo.
Okay.
Hey, I see you, the No Average Joe. That's my baby brother. Oh. I'm gonna brag on him a little bit. He's amazing.
Okay.
JC, what's up? It's good to see you.
Definitely. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah, Wendy Medina. Javar, what's up?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
Yes.
We are definitely in the building.
Yes, we are.
Definitely in the building.
And Tay Boogie tell you late. They beat you. They beat you to the punch. But Tay Boogie is our biggest fan and biggest promoter. Yes, so we're going to give him a little bit of grace. Because he going to be out there pushing this the entire time that we are on the air today.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot to discuss today.
A lot. And we're extending the show an extra 30 minutes today.
Okay.
Because last week we kind of had to rush through the last 2 weeks, and we really thought, we need a little bit of extra time to make sure that we can answer all your questions and make sure that you have all the information that you need. So we will be here for 90 minutes.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm really excited.
Super excited.
Yes, I am. So where do we start? The biggest case right now that's going on.
Right. Today we're going to talk about 2 really important things, right? We're going to talk about this Nolan Xavier Wells case that happened in Mississippi on 4th of July weekend.
Yes.
Right? So we're going to dive into that and really just tell you how we really feel about that situation.
Right.
And that's kind of our national topic for today.
It is.
And then we'll give you a few updates on some other stuff and kind of just give a minute to just touch base, answer questions. And then on the back half of the show will be today's tea.
Oh, my God.
And what's today's tea?
Yeah. It was stop and frisk, right?
Just traffic stop.
Traffic
stop
stop.
and ID.
Stop and ID.
Stop and ID.
Right.
Yes. You know, all the people, all
Right.
y'all, all
Listen.
the people, when the police come and you say, I don't have to give you my ID till you tell
That's
me
me.
I'm here.
That's me. I would say that. That's me.
We don't talk about that.
Exactly.
And we're going to talk about if it's okay, if it's not okay, and
Right.
how does that impact you, right?
Yeah, I think it is okay though, but we're gonna learn
There's
today.
a lot of people that think it's okay.
Yeah, but
You know,
we're gonna
that's why
learn
we're talking
today.
about it.
But we're gonna learn today.
Y'all gonna learn today. y'all gonna learn today.
Mhm.
So,
Xavier.
yeah. So let's get started. Nolan Xavier Wells, 18 years old.
Yes.
If you have not seen this story on the news, I don't know where you've been
Right.
this month. But if you haven't seen it on the news, 18-year-old black man goes out on 4th of July on a boat with a bunch of his friends who all happen to be the Lighter King. And he doesn't come back. He does not come back. And it's later discovered that, unfortunately, Nolan's no longer with us. He is no longer here.
Right.
What state was this in?
It was in Mississippi. Mississippi.
Mississippi.
So my question is, right, is that nobody has been charged yet, right?
The investigation
So-
seems to be creeping along, doesn't it?
So this is the thing, right? When there's a dead body, all of the people that's involved that was on that boat should have been taken into custody.
You think so?
Yeah,
Like
because
straight there, do not pass go, do not collect
there's nothing to
$200.
talk about.
There's nothing to talk
There's
about.
nothing to talk about because if the roles were reversed and it was the majority was black,
And the
this
person who
happened,
didn't
what-
come back was the Lighter Hill.
the lighter person, right? Guess what?
Clank, clank. Let's go.
Everybody on that boat that was black would be in handcuffs. Seriously. It doesn't matter if it happened in Mississippi. It doesn't matter if it happened in New York. It doesn't matter if it happened in California. It doesn't matter where it happened at. If the other people,
If we turn the tables,
if you turn the tables,
yeah, we get a different
everyone
outcome.
would be arrested until they found out what happened to this lighter person.
So I'm going to say this because this is a great time for us to give our disclaimer, right?
Okay.
We are providing legal knowledge,
Right.
not
Legal services
or advice.
or advice.
So because we're providing legal knowledge, let me just touch on the position you just expressed. I agree with you 100%
Appreciate
that
it.
if these tables were turned, this investigation would be going totally differently. And I
Right.
agree that everyone who's on that boat would be being questioned.
Right.
But just because I want to make sure that we're always teaching legal knowledge and the correct terminology, they wouldn't be arrested. Even if they were in handcuffs, some of them be detained,
Okay.
but they'd be questioned without a doubt, and they'd all be sitting down at the police station for their turn.
Right.
Okay. Waiting to find out who will be arrested
Right.
because somebody is coming. We know that, right?
Yeah, but they
It's
all
coming.
would be detained.
They'd all be detained they'd all be detained if they were at the site. But in this particular case, let's jump into that. They didn't know when the boat came back that Nolan was missing. So had someone known he was missing and police agencies or law enforcement agencies met them at the shore,
Right.
you're right. Get everybody off the boat, just like Amistad, and we're just gonna take them. Okay, let's just be real. They'd be detained somewhere.
Right. They would.
Straight to.
Yes.
But in this case, the people on this boat didn't even bother to report Nolan missing.
And that's the see.
So there was no law enforcement at the shore.
Right.
So therefore they'd have to go round them up in
Right.
that situation. But I'm waiting. I'll wait. I don't
Right.
know what's going on.
Right.
I haven't seen that yet. At least not in the manner of what you're talking about. And
Right.
that's what I agree with you on. If the tables were turned,
Turn
this would look a lot differently.
a lot.
And that's a whole lot.
Because if you think about it, right? Like you said, there's no pass and go, right?
Do not pass go.
Do not pass go
directly.
Right. That's what
we
I'm
know
saying.
the rules again.
Everyone will be in jail right now.
At the jail.
They
Everybody
would be at the jail. In the interrogation room.
Separated from each other,
right.
Not talking to each other. They would not be on their phones texting each other, trying to get their story straight.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be none of that because they wouldn't have the opportunity to
right.
do it.
But
that's not how this has been going, right?
Not at all.
Hey guys, I see Miss Cassandra.
Hey Miss Cassandra, how you doing?
Yes, and Nolan's a spotlight case, and we can't let it get past the step. She said that baby was killed. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, we believe it.
Exactly,
we believe it. We think it's real obvious, and not to mention that, not to beat a dead horse, but Mississippi, we're talking about where the famous Emmett Till case took place too. Like this is a decades and decades of what happens to people of color. So not a surprise.
The thing is, right? They got away with what they did with Emmett Till, right?
Yep.
They got away.
Yep.
Decades later, the lady came and said that these things happen, right?
Absolutely.
So even though she's like 80 years old, she should be in prison, right?
Yep.
Because if the roles were reversed,
don't you doubt it.
You know.
And what else I'll say,
because I don't want to make this racial, but it is, and our show is always going to touch on race, right? Because if the roles were reversed, we wouldn't need to be pressing this much education, pushing it out into the public the way that we are right now. We wouldn't need to be this blunt with all of you as we are right now, because this education that we're pushing to you is to keep you alive, is to keep your loved ones alive, to keep you safe, and so that you really do know your rights. Because whether we are constantly telling you how to survive, we also know that you do have rights. And on the other side of that surviving, sometimes we have to take steps to enforce those rights. And so we want you to be well prepared to do that. And when you come to people who are in the legal profession, we want them to be able to back you 100%. So my question is, right, I'm the guy looking in to the window. What they call wish shopping right now, right?
Okay.
So I'm wish shopping right now. So basically, when things like this happen, to us, right?
Yes.
And now we have a Million Man March behind it, or we do things.
Right. We take some type of
positive action. Right. We take
positive action.
Right. So what happens then once we decide to do something like that? Does it get shut down by the National Guard?
Right now,
we're just causing havoc for no reason.
Right.
Like, in the law eyes, right? What kind of advice you could spread out?
Let me just start with saying, people of color. And when I say that, I'm categorizing as people of color, people of non-color, people of color across the board. Big kudos this year, 2026. Big kudos, because the things that have been happening in our history, that guy is trying to push our buttons and make us move. And when I tell you, I have never been so proud to be part of a community that has been able to identify that what he's doing is not our problem, and they are sitting tight and making the right moves and not letting the buttons be pushed. Big kudos. Like, everybody, y'all deserve a round of applause for that, and keep up what you're doing, because what you're doing is the right thing. We are almost in a new place of a civil rights era where, just like people like MLK, who were like y'all, we got to get organized. We got to get quiet. We got to do what we need to do without them being able to take us down. That is what's happening in a very, very quiet way right now. The only thing we see going on about that is people like you and I and other podcasters and influencers who are saying, this is what y'all asked for, and this is what y'all chose, and this is not our problem. We'll wait. We'll sit back. So what I say to your question is that we need to keep moving just like that. And these days, sometimes that movement, that social movement of making something happen is not always physical boots on the ground. Sometimes it is those influencers out there talking about it, those influencers making sure the message is getting out, sharing the information about what happened with Nolan Wells, keeping the people updated as the new information comes in, which is something that we're going to do today, is bring you guys up to date if you didn't know. But keep moving the way that you've been moving.
And violence is not the answer.
Violence is not the answer.
Because
keep moving.
I just want to say this right before we go to commercial break. Listen, we can't win because that gang is so big.
That gang is so powerful.
It's so powerful.
Because let's be real, minorities, we are the bigger gang now, but that gang is so powerful. So the short answer to that question of what's the right thing to do, keep following the lead of the Wells family. Keep following their lead, and I commend them as well, because that mom, you lost your baby, but you are the next generation of Emmett Till's mom.
Exactly.
So we'll be right back with more on Legally Loaded.
Exactly.
To the number one radio show.
Ready to stream the number one station.
Blendz 99.8. Represent. I've been searching for someone who can share my special love with me. In your eyes, I have that glow. Could it be your face I've seen on my computer screen? You're special girl. In my computer world, no longer need astrology. Thanks to my technology. You know I've been around. Sex and mamas, you my God. See your face I see on my computer screen. You keep me warm tonight. Such a sweet delight. I will cherish the memory of this night. This night, I want you. I want to have you. Computer, This is love. This is the love. It's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful love.
It's Power Blendz 99.8. It's your boy Easy. Don't touch that dial.
Because I think about you, baby, from beginning to end. 365 days a year, I want the same old love. All I wanna do is keep on loving you. The same old love. There's a reason I feel this way. All the things you do. But it might be the things that you say. Your love never changes. It's like a picture frame, and it remains the same. Your time for me, oh, it keeps me strong. Keeps me holding on from beginning to end. 365 days of the year, I want the same old love. All I wanna do, share my life with you. I want the same old love.
The bullet started above the couch and followed her down the hallway. 13 shots fired. Not one hit her. After foster care, abandonment, assault, and homelessness, she should have been broken. But God preserved her. You're Not My Real Dad is more than a book. It's proof that pain doesn't get the final word. Healing starts here. Available now on Amazon.
And
yeah,
we're back.
We are back, man.
Back with Legally Loaded.
Exactly.
I'm Lady Esquire.
And I am Ice Cold Dre the Gang.
And let me just give our disclaimer one more time.
Okay.
We are giving you legal knowledge, not legal advice.
Right.
But we are going to load you up with that knowledge so that you can be safe out here and you can govern yourselves accordingly once you have this knowledge. So let's pick up where we were left off, right?
So let's get to this, right? First, I want to thank everybody that's on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Mixler. I want to thank everybody that's on there. Also, I want to also thank my sister Angie. She's tuned in.
All right. Hi, Angie.
Listen, this is a great show. And I want to say thank you for asking me to be the co-host.
Thank you for
because you're teaching me a lot of things. And now my algorithms, they're changing.
Man, because the stuff you're starting to send me.
Right.
It's what's popping up in your feed now.
Right. So my thing is with Nolan is that when these kids came back and he was not on the boat, let's start there.
Can we just talk about, because this was really interesting. Yesterday I was talking to some friends of mine who are older than all of us. They are definitely the senior of the citizens. Okay. And I was telling them about this case and that we were going to talk about it today, and they were unaware. And the first thing they said to me was, how big was the boat that they didn't notice? And I was like,
for real.
Valid question, right?
For real.
How big was the boat? And it was not a huge boat. We're not talking about a boat that had 100 people on it.
No.
We're talking about a small group of people, a boat that many of us can't afford.
But
it wasn't
even a pontoon or nothing.
No.
It was like a regular.
It was a center console.
Right.
Yeah. So there is no way that they made this trip back, right? They did not make this trip back from Horn Island without knowing the entire time that Nolan was not on that boat with them. There's no way. And not only that, but regardless of them being on the boat, they were not that far offshore that it's plausible to think that nobody had cell service. In addition to that, there is a communication device on that boat, and they can call the Coast Guard from there. They can radio for help. Our friend is missing.
Right.
So then they get back later that afternoon, and they come back without him, and they don't even tell his people.
Not at all.
Till later in the day. So this young man is missing for hours.
No phone.
Right? We've seen
it's like he wasn't even there.
Exactly. Except for he was.
Right.
Except for he was. So wild and crazy that there was not even a rush to find him, to locate him, to seek help for him. And that it took for his own family to make that phone call once his mom realized that her baby wasn't at home.
That's crazy.
And that right there tells me, just like our parents told us, that makes you real friends. Them are not your real friends.
Exactly.
Because not a single one, and I'm sorry, even if you have now spoken up, I'm grateful that you're starting to come forward because that is starting to happen. But you ain't his real friend. Because that call should have been made as soon as you realized. The moment you realized that he was not on that boat, one of you should have been calling his mama and the other one should have been calling 911.
Right.
So that makes you real friends, as they say.
All right. Everybody, please jot this number down. 470-305-1707. 470-305-1707. That's the number you can call in and join the conversation.
And we can drop that in the chat too, so that if you didn't catch it or you weren't able to write it down, we will get that into the chat for you. So that you can call it.
So the thing is, right? He left with them, but he did not return.
And what's the rule? What can we just stop there? What's the rule? We leave together, we go together.
We come back together.
So
right
there.
Right. So that's like we all out and you guys come back and I don't. But we all out together.
And nobody's asking no questions.
And nobody's asking any questions.
Hey, where's Dre?
So I'm just gonna put this out there, right? I was doing my homework with this.
Okay.
So basically, allegedly.
Look at you. Allegedly. Okay, what you got?
Allegedly, something happened on that boat because it was a discussion about a female.
I have seen that. And I've also seen that allegedly there was some discussion about whether or not he should get back on the boat and whether or not that would be a safe situation for him. After that discussion got heated.
About the female.
Right.
So, like I said, allegedly. Right?
Only time will tell. Allegedly.
So I just want y'all to know, like I said, the number is 470-305-1707. Call in and join the conversation.
Somebody call in and tell us what you think about what we're talking about right now.
Right.
Why? What was the delay? What was the delay in reporting his disappearance? Because that in itself implies something foul happened, in my opinion.
Something foul did happen. And I think it's because of, honestly, I really think it's because of the female.
Yeah. And maybe not
and
even.
She was also the lighter color.
And given the benefit, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Okay. Whatever argument happened or whatever disagreement happened, I'm not even sure that right now that we can say that disagreement had anything to do with the color of anyone's skin.
Right.
It's what happened after when something went wrong that is the issue, because it was easy to let a little black boy be treated like trash and disappear. That's where the race issue comes in for me, because while there could have been something going on with that disagreement, we don't know that yet. We don't know if that part of it involved race whatsoever. We just know there's an alleged disagreement out there. But if there would have been a young white man or a young white woman that disappeared off of that boat, the steps that followed would not have looked like this picture that we're dealing with.
Everybody is going to be detained when the boat comes back.
That, and not only that, there'll be search parties out.
Of course.
Looking for them.
Of course.
Trying to find out if there's a chance that they're still alive.
Of course.
Even if it was that we were saying he was just left on Horn Island, somebody would be reaching out to Horn Island to find out, to get in touch with people who are on the ground, because they would be making sure to find out where this person is and if they're safe.
Of course they would.
So yeah.
Of course.
So let's also talk about, so it took a couple of days before the body
was found.
Before Nolan's body, I don't even want to say the body, before Nolan's body was found near the shoreline of the island. And what blows my mind
Here we go. Are y'all ready?
Because y'all ain't ready. If you haven't been following this closely, the Nolan's body is found, and before, I can't emphasize enough, before an autopsy was even conducted, the Jackson County Sheriff's Department puts out a statement that says no foul play was suspected. And they suggested that Nolan decided to stay on that island by himself. I don't understand how an 18-year-old person goes off the grid on their phone and social media.
Right.
And no one has an explanation for where this young man went.
Nobody.
The report of him not returning is delayed. And the first thing the Sheriff's Department says is there is no foul play suspected before the autopsy is even conducted. If those tables were turned, again, the comment would have been something to the effect of, we're conducting an autopsy, and we are considering the possibility that there could have been foul play, and we will let you know the moment the autopsy comes in. But instead, we're in the opposite.
But for them to say that first, right? There is no foul play. This young man went out with them on this boat, and he never returned. You can't tell me there's no foul play.
Absolutely. Can you give me that number one more time? You're asking in the chat.
It's 470 305 1707.
There it is, everybody. Hit the phone lines.
Right. So that's definitely
like, how do we even get there? How do we get to making a conclusory statement that there's no suspicion of foul play off the bat? That's wild.
Just like that.
That's wild.
It doesn't make sense.
None whatsoever. And why would you even put yourself out there to say that as the investigating officer? Why would you even put yourself out there to say that instead of saying, hey, we're looking into the matter. It's important for us to find out whether this was an accident or whether there was foul play. We want to be sure that we have a clean investigation. So we're not going to jump to a conclusion on either side. It's too important that we find out what happened to this 18-year-old young man. But no, we're going to jump to conclusions and make public statements.
So the thing is, right? They're doing this because the lighter people, family has a lot of money, right?
Like, yeah, they had the boat.
They got the boat.
They got the boat.
So the thing is now, the lawyers or the lawyers are telling them, do not say a word to anyone, right?
Absolutely. But they're starting to.
Yeah.
Some of the people on the boat is slowly starting to come as the guilt creeps in, the information creeps out.
Right.
So it's starting to come out. I also just want to make sure that we are acknowledging that Nolan's parents have said from the very jump, this is out of character.
Right.
This story that is being presented by the media and by law enforcement is entirely out of character for their son.
Is that wrong?
Entirely out of character. They said that he would not separate from his group.
Nope.
He would not leave his cell phone behind and stop posting to Snapchat, which most 18-year-olds would not do either.
They live on that.
They live on it. And with regard to leaving his group behind, get out of here. Get out of here. The climate we live in right now,
right.
If you are a person of color, you have a buddy system everywhere you go. So you mean to tell me that even if his buddy system was just to be with his group of friends,
right,
a diverse group of friends,
right,
that suddenly he decided it was a good idea for him to completely abandon the entire group and stay alone in this climate?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's
because social media runs the world, right?
Yeah.
So like basically every kid that age, even grown people live on social media.
Live on it.
People will post their mother's funeral on social media.
Wild, live. It's one of my. That's one of my. Right. My husband knows when something happens.
And they like this, like, yeah, I'm at my mom's funeral. Nigga.
No.
Like,
I did not ask to see that, and your mama didn't. She didn't sign the release for that camera shot.
It's crazy. There's no way.
I'm
posting my mother's funeral.
Oh, Nancy, we're sorry. We're gonna check on that. Nancy tried to call and she got voicemail. So we'll check on that. We're about to go to break in just a few seconds.
Exactly.
So we'll work on that during break. So because we really want to hear from you and get your opinion. And I will just tell y'all, Nancy is not just of the lighter hue. She will tell us when she calls that Post-it that the people who make whiteout ask her for a sample each year next to her skin because she is one of the pastiest white people you will ever meet and wears it proudly.
Funny.
Boom, that's
there she go.
So yeah, we'll be back.
Thank you for calling Power Blendz.
Hey,
how you doing?
How are you doing?
You are on with Legally Loaded, Lady Esquire, and Ice Cold Dre the Game.
Hi.
Hi.
I think Karen's already figured that out.
I did, and we have to go to a break, Nancy, but we're going to keep you on with us because we won't be on break long, and we definitely want to get your opinion. So we will be right back with Legally Loaded. Don't move from where you are.
Don't go nowhere.
The only thing you're allowed to do while we're gone is share this link.
Exactly.
All right, we'll see you in a minute. Hey, girl, what's up?
Hey, sorry, Kate told me that the number I wrote down wrong in my dyslexic book.
Oh, that's why you got voicemail. Well, that's a lot easier fix for us. So this is Dre, my co-host.
How you doing?
And Nappy is here in the studio.
Thanks for giving me the soup for the background.
Nappy's here in the studio with us too.
How you doing?
He produces the show, and he's Dre's brother. These guys are Tay's cousins.
Yep, they told me. Like my brother and my cousin, and they have his place. I said, are they in a studio somewhere? He's like, no, they're in his place. They run the whole thing. I'm like, wow.
We are too in the studio. What is he talking
everything.
No.
No, sorry. I know it's a studio. I don't know if it's a studio like at your house or just
Oh, no.
Girl,
That's what I was trying to ask.
No, we're definitely in a skyscraper.
We're definitely in skyscraper, and I'm gonna let you chat with the fellas for a minute because I took my water pill, and you already know what that means.
Oh, no.
Don't tell them any
3 minutes.
secrets, but I'm
3
not
minutes.
ready.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes. Don't fall.
I know it. I'm just glad I made it past the point step because I texted Hey, I said, hey, before I subscribe, do I got enough points on my card that I can do this? Do I need to get like 3 or 4 people like you did?
Oh, no, you don't.
Who that Tay messing with her?
Yeah, Tay messing with it.
No, I'm sorry, I'm pasty. That's why. I'm melanin challenged. They tested the white paper on me because I'm
Like, why do they do that though?
What do you mean? They send it to me every year, and I test it under my eyes to see if it covers up the circles. And if it does, then it's the same color, we're good.
Oh,
They pay good for that.
they pay good for that.
Yeah. I mean, I get free liquid white paper to cover up the dark circles under my eyes and $5, so I'm going to call that good.
Huh?
It's Miracle over her eyeballs yet.
No, she actually ran to the little. She ran to the ladies' room. Yeah.
Okay. Well, when she get back, tell her she'll roll my about the white paper. She'll roll her eyes. I promise you.
Okay. Oh, so you live in Michigan too?
Yes. But actually, Mary's not knowing each other since it was just before she got sworn in.
We worked in the same office, but
Known each other forever.
Okay.
we used to do different things a lot. But she does criminal a lot as well. Not as often, but she does elder law, and all that stuff. She deals with the baby old people I get at big
Oh. So. No.
I was telling you, Nick, that you'd be rolling your eyes because I was telling how I was tasty. I had to say so I had points on the card
before you called in. And I saw that. Yep. I saw that Tay gave you a charge up in the chat and added 3 points. So that's why you thought you could call.
Yeah, he did. Like, funny, I had the white paper on the other the same color.
What's how it's on?
I pray for you. We're praying. We've been praying for everybody today, girl.
Wait. You ain't praying that no flower pots are going to fall on my head.
I have shared that song with Nappy today. Yeah, they are aware. Well, Dre hasn't heard it yet, but I shared that song.
Oh, the one with
She sent it to me. I got to pull it up and put it in next week.
Yeah, we're going to play it next week, man, on the show.
Okay. Yeah, she don't want me praying for you like that because I'm praying for something bad.
No, Dre prays for me all the time because I live with my husband.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. What's the point when you take his stuff up? He's special.
Yes, he is.
We love him, but man.
Yes, he is special. Lord, have mercy.
Have you been following this case, Nancy? I'm sure you have.
Well, yeah, I was just looking up some news and they said somebody I had told your best friend made a statement about the supposed deleted, I don't know if it's text or snap or
Snaps.
whatever it was.
It's snaps.
On his phone.
Yeah.
And he said, we never did nothing, we had no reason to touch the phone and everything else. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Because that's really easy that they're gonna hold the phone, do forensics and stuff, and nobody will see if there's gaps and stuff that people need to
Right, right.
phone.
In fact, you know what I think when we come back in a few seconds, let's talk about that because a lot of people don't know what you and I know. The Snapchat's never gone. So let's.
Anything you do on the internet, there's a trace somewhere. And
Right.
someone who knows the right kind of people can find it.
Right. So yeah, I think we'll touch on that when we come back.
Wow. This is gonna be good.
I mean, honestly, when you were kids growing up, that's the only reason we get away with stuff that we got away with because they didn't have no cell phones, they didn't have no gaps.
Right.
We know records, right? And right now, like you guys said, people are on social media all the time, you know? There's records of stuff everywhere.
Well, and we didn't plan our day. These guys don't just plan their day; they plan it in public on the internet.
Right.
We don't plan our day
all day long.
They have to show up and take premeditation. So we have to do it.
Right.
Listen, somebody's going to prison.
Yeah.
I think multiple.
Yes.
I think multiples because somebody helped put the body overboard.
It's not that I want to just like you know, because I know there's a fight supposedly.
Yep,
And
allegedly.
even if it wasn't intentional, if something happened and it was an accident.
Failure to report.
Yeah.
That's a crime by itself.
Exactly.
That's a crime by itself, right?
Exactly. How long we got, Nick? I was asking him how long we got. How long we got? How long we got?
1 minute.
What?
You know how teenagers are, stupid stuff happens, someone pushes somebody and they get hurt more than they thought they would. But you cannot do something.
Right. And like we always say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And that's what's about to happen.
Every damn day that ends with Y.
That's great.
Every day that I'm yeah, we say that all the time. Play
That's
stupid
great.
games, win stupid prizes.
Wow. That's all I'm going to say is wow.
Yeah.
Because they really think, you know what, I'll wait until we got like 30 seconds.
But anyway, I want to say I'm proud of you because I didn't know there was a show going on right now in page 17. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, this is we're on week 3. While I'm here, we then pre-record another show so that I don't have to be here every week. So when we're done with this show today, we'll pre-record another one for next week. All right, we're coming back on in 20 seconds.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Kind of yes, but no. What's up, y'all? We are back. No, we're not.
That's a bloopers.
What's up, y'all? We're back.
What's going on?
Legally loaded.
Exactly. I am Ice Cold Dre the Game.
And I'm Lady Esquire.
And we do have a young lady on the phone named Nancy.
Thank you for calling in.
He said I'm young.
Oh, look, he's so sweet.
So, so what I was going to say before Nancy says what she needs to say is they think they're getting away with this.
They do. They think it's possible to get away with. How
Right.
about that? They think it's possible to get away with, and they sure are giving it a run.
Right.
They're giving it.
So how do you feel about this, Nancy?
It's part of it. I want to say, and it might not be a popular take, so just let me get it out.
Okay.
Even if it wasn't intentional, something clearly happened. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it wasn't intentional, even if it was stupid teenagers doing stupid stuff and something bad happened. Okay. It's too early to tell if that is or if it was intentional. Regardless, they should have come forward and said something. Okay. I think you're right. 100%. People are trying to cover up and be slick because there's no way that many people out there, nobody saw him get on the boat, nobody
Right.
knew he didn't return, and then days go by and nobody says, hey, maybe we should call the police, call his mom, check, do something.
Mm.
You know, they were getting, whatever happened, someone was trying to get their story together. Okay?
Yep.
And it don't read right. It's fishy as hell.
It doesn't sit right.
At all.
Nancy, what do you think about what we were saying before break about the sheriff's department coming out saying that no foul play was suspected, like that being their first statement?
I know sheriff's departments a lot of times do that.
Right.
I don't think it's proper. I don't think it's proper because it's way too early to tell. I think what they try to do when they say that, not that I'm justifying it, is that they didn't walk in and there wasn't an obvious gunshot, a stab wound, someone hovering over the body. You know, we couldn't find any foul play. Well, that's fine. But don't say that now. You need to say and put out the front that you're taking it seriously, you're investigating it. It's too early to say. How many times?
That part.
That's what needs to be said.
It's too early
because
to say.
Otherwise, even if they didn't mean it, it sounds like they sweep them out of the rod and say, nothing to see here.
Exactly.
Exactly.
This. And I don't see how you find a body washed up on the shore and say, nothing to see here.
Nothing
because
to see here.
If a body washed up on the shore, something went wrong. Whether it was that person, even if they died of natural causes and fell into the water, something went wrong in order for the body to wash up on the shore. That's not my personal perspective of what happened, but I'm just saying, no matter what, when a body washes up on the shore, there are some questions to be answered.
Exactly.
And to make the assumption that there's nothing to see, no evidence of foul play, nothing to see here, it looks like you're shutting the door before you even look behind it. And it's insulting to the family.
Right.
It's insulting to deceased. It's insulting to the public. Not that our opinion should matter and everything, but it looks like you're covering up something even if you're not. So why would you be stupid and do that? Say, we're taking this seriously. Somebody died. This is important. We need to look at it. We're not going to make no comment until this is investigated.
So let me ask y'all a quick question. Right?
Yeah.
So, do y'all think the lawyers are pushing hard enough?
So I'm going to go with, I cannot identify off the top of my head an attorney who would push harder than Ben Crump. Not right now.
Fair statement.
Yeah. If you're saying who can we get that's going to run this up against the wall and give them nowhere to go to, Ben Crump is that guy. So I feel confident they're pushing as hard as they feel is they have a strategy and they're pushing as hard as they think they can right now to get the information that they need. And I'm sure that there's more going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. But from a legal standpoint, oftentimes there's a lot of decisions being made behind the scenes that are strategical because we don't want to blow a case before it even starts. But what we see him doing in the public, I can't identify someone that the family could have hired that would be more high profile and push harder than Ben.
So I have another question. So basically, the lawyer that's handling the case, right?
Yes.
My question is, why hasn't he issued papers for like an arrest? Why hasn't he brought that to the judge and be like, listen, these kids, these other people that was on the boat, they should not be home.
So that's go ahead. Let me just preface it and then I'm gonna let you answer, Nancy. But
okay.
I just want to say that's the type of question that's the reason why we're doing this show, because what you're asking us makes common sense. What you're asking us about right now. And that's the whole point of us saying we want to make sure that you're legally loaded. And while we haven't shared this with everyone watching and everyone in the chat, our caller is actually a licensed attorney in another state as well. She is not giving legal advice. We are talking about legal knowledge, but I'm gonna volley that question to her because I know that she has an answer as well. So, so Nancy, go ahead. Tell them what you were gonna say.
we got to be careful as attorneys, especially in serious cases like this. We can't run in guns a-blazing and do things too prematurely, because if you don't have enough evidence, your arrest warrant might be denied. That might tip off the person or persons you're looking at, first of all. Second of all, the attorney can't get a warrant to have these people arrested. The prosecutor has to.
Right.
So what the attorney's role at this point is to get all that information and try to be maybe working and convincing the prosecutor, like you said, these people don't need to be at home. We need to be putting, maybe we need to be getting warrants for devices, because we know they're all there rather than an arrest warrant, to preserve whatever evidence is there. We need to be tracking and figuring out what we need to focus on. Because if you jump into the pool too fast, you might blow your chance at getting things, and more importantly, you might tip your hand and then blow your chance. And then the person knows they're a target of an investigation. They're going to not act,
They're not going to cooperate in any way.
Yeah, they're not going to cooperate. They're going to shut down. So sometimes it's a matter of you have to be very extra prepared, get everything you can before you shoot your shot to make sure it's going to be a good shot. It's not, and the general public doesn't see that. They're like, they should be grabbing everybody and everything else. And we can't do that, because you could potentially blow your case. They could get a tip up and know what's going on and destroy evidence or get rid of things. So you got to be careful with it. A lot of times in investigations like this, sometimes the way they catch people to get them arrested is they get a little too comfortable thinking they're not a target, and they screw up. So could be going on that they're just watching them from the shadows, waiting to see if they're going to mess up enough to where they can get what they need to get that warrant or to get that search or something.
So
the family.
That would be my thing.
Yes.
So, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So let's let Nancy go so that someone else can call in if they want to chat, and then let's continue right on that point, though, because I want to piggyback off of what she said as well.
Okay.
But
can I say one more thing before I go?
Yes.
I guess.
Okay. Just remember, when people are on the internet, on Snap, I know that the Snap and whether stuff was deleted from the phone.
I was getting ready to say that.
Right now. Never truly gone.
Yeah, we're gonna cover that thoroughly. We are.
Yeah,
we're gonna hit that nail on the head in just a couple minutes. Nancy, thank you so much for calling in. We and enjoy the rest of the show. We look forward to chatting with you more in the chat and interacting. And we're gonna let you go for now in case there's anybody else that wants to jump in on this.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you, Nancy.
Have a good chat.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So let's piggyback on what Nancy was saying too. I just want to hit it with this is how the procedure works. Why is Ben Crump not out there saying there needs to be a warrant right now, or why isn't he issuing it? Ben Crump is, in this situation, a civil attorney, and he's hired to work on the civil rights angle of this. Whereas what we're looking for when it comes to a warrant is a criminal charge. Those are two different sides of the coin. So the prosecutor, the DA, they have different names in different states. That's where your warrants come from. So you've got law enforcement agencies, and in some states, the prosecutors have their own investigation teams as well. And those are the people that are investigating this crime and deciding if they have enough evidence to make a warrant stick. Because they can't just issue a warrant based on that our gut is, y'all did something messed up, and we know you did something messed up, so we're going to put you in jail till we figure out what it is. That's the exact type of thing that we complain about that they do to us, right? You can't just come get me because I'm that average black guy, that average black girl, and you think I did something. You better find some proof I did something before you come with a warrant.
So, hold on. So, basically, there is a lot that's going on right now where we're getting arrested because somebody say we did something, right?
Yes.
So it's like, if I say that you assaulted me or you did something, they're gonna look at me and be like, if you go in there and say I assaulted you, they're not even talking to me. They come in I'm gonna open the door. They're gonna have their guns drawn out and they get on the ground.
You're right. You're right and they're wrong. Because legally that's not the proper procedure. So
the thing is, he went out with them.
Mm-hmm.
He never came back with them.
Right.
They should not be home.
I feel that position, but that's not the way that it works in order to make it stick. So the prosecutor's got to have enough proof, because we talked about just briefly in one of our recent episodes, we touched on what is double jeopardy, right? And double jeopardy is where they can't charge you and prosecute you for the same crime twice. And so if they charge too soon and then whoever's charged, their attorney is able to get them acquitted or found not guilty, they can never charge again on murder. They really need to have all the information that they possibly can, so that if there's several different degrees of murder, if this Mississippi might have open murder statutes, whatever the laws are in Mississippi, they need to be best positioned that they can, that whoever this is not getting out of it, and they can prove their case before they issue the warrant.
Even in this, right? I'm glad that we're here right now, right? Even with Emmett Till, right?
Yes.
The lady came decades later and admitted these things happened.
You're right.
And guess what? They didn't do nothing to her.
Nothing.
So this happened in Mississippi. They're going to string this along. And what's going to happen is it's going to be a riot. A big riot.
I don't think it is. I don't think we're going to have a riot. I happen to have had this conversation a few days ago with someone, and they said, I hope this doesn't turn into the catalyst that makes us go into a riot. And my hope is that it turns into more of the powerful movement that we were just talking about a few minutes ago, and more of people becoming active and doing it the right way, as opposed to a physical riot. So if it is a riot, I hope it's a riot that is a social movement, that is on social media, that is in a safe way, but makes the point, because I don't want to see any of our people then also going down, and other families losing their loved ones because we go at this the wrong way.
Right.
But yes, if no charges come, there's going to be backlash in some way, shape, or form. I just hope that it's positive. We're getting ready to take a break again.
Right.
And when we come back, let's talk about the fact that the family said that there's, they believe that the Snapchats were deleted. And what does that mean? Because everybody thinks Snap is gone. So what does that mean?
Right. And also, if he had an iPhone, they never delete.
Amen. So
Power Blendz 99.8.
We'll be right back.
Legally loaded.
Wendy's watching us from the hospital.
I remember all of the things that I thought I wanted to be. So desperate, find a way out of my world and finally breathe. Right before my eyes, I saw my heart, it came to life. This ain't easy, it's not meant to be. Every story has its scars, but when the pain cuts you deep, when the night keeps you from sleeping, just look and you will see that I will be your remedy. When the world seems so cruel and your heart makes you feel like a fool, I promise you will see
That's very special.
That's a valid question, though. And he wants his funeral in theaters.
No river is too wide or too deep for me to swim to you. shelter that won't let the rain come through. Your love, it is my truth, and I will always love you. Love you. When the pain cuts you deep, and when the night keeps you from sleeping, just look and you will see that I will be your remedy. When the world seems so cruel, and your heart makes you feel like a fool, I promise you will see that I will be your remedy. When the pain cuts you deep, when the night keeps you from sleeping, just look and you will see I will be. When the world seems so cruel, and your heart makes you feel like a fool, I promise you will see I will be. Your remedy. The all-new
Give us that power.
Power Blendz 99.8.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Where we play everything.
Usually your love was so silly. Something that a girl like me never dreamed of. And it all was for me, no, not really. But there was not a guy who was special enough. Until you came and made me so happy. Like a child on Christmas Day. I was so anticipated. And I didn't know I could ever feel this way. Love's all unchanging. You've always on the joy. Love's all the hopes of a girl and a boy. I think the love was so mystic. Something that I just could not figure out. Sister, not even a what you love about. Until you came and made lights of paradise. I was so happy. Girl, I didn't know I had love inside of me. No love,
Seconds.
Just like touch base on those and do it, bringing something back around to this, and you're sure and keeping your space for this case.
We are back, and we are legally loaded. I am Ice Cold Dre the Gang.
And I'm Lady Esquire.
All right, and we are on Power Blendz 99.8.
So our time is flying.
Yes.
Right? Because it's so easy to go down the rabbit hole with this stuff, and there's so much to find in there.
Exactly.
So what we're going to do, we're just going to kind of wrap up on the Nolan's case. Let's just say that we're going to circle back around to the Snapchat topic because it applies to every case that comes across our desk. So we're going to circle back around to Snapchat when we can give it the proper amount of time that it deserves. But just know Snapchat's never gone.
Never.
It's never gone.
Never.
I don't care if the phone was at the bottom of the lake. That Snapchat
is never gone.
Is in a cloud somewhere.
Right.
And also, we just want to make sure that we talk about that. The independent autopsy results came back in just days ago. And so Ben Crump and the NAACP have let it be known that the manner of death for Nolan has been ruled undetermined at this time. And it was also noted that there was a suspicious red discoloration on the back of his skull. So that independent autopsy that was not done by the sheriff's department or that county medical examiner is leaning towards there's a possibility of foul play. And not only that, but because the first medical examiner, the state medical examiner, removed all of Nolan's organs and neck structures before the second autopsy could be done, for that reason, the independent autopsy could not rule out foul play or neck injury. So the questions remain. So we're going to keep you guys posted on this. This case it keeps moving, and we will be circling back, letting you know what's going on, so you guys pay attention to it. So when we circle back, we can have some real heart-to-heart conversations about it. That being said, it is time for
the tea.
Today's tea. While we're talking about today's tea, we just need to let you know that our merch will be coming soon to our online store near you.
Yes.
You too can have a today's tea cup from Legally Loaded.
And we have them
We can get them customized with your name on them. And as you can see today, we also have on our legally loaded shirts. We've got bucket hats coming, snapbacks coming, shirts in all different colors and styles.
Yes.
And whatever else we think of that we think y'all might want to rock. So if you've got ideas, drop those in the chat as well.
Exactly.
So let's get to this tea before we run out of time.
So, traffic stops.
Traffic stops. Okay.
All right. So this is the thing with traffic stops, right?
If you were my client,
Google
you would be
University.
You would be my problem child.
Google University
everything.
says that you have to tell me why I'm being stopped, right? That's what Google University tells me.
Tell you why, but when? When does Google University say?
Right. We can look it up now in Google.
No. I mean, boom, there's a traffic stop. Lights are on. Officer walks up to your car. Are you saying that Google University says, as soon as he walks up to your car, I ain't doing nothing until you tell me why you stopped me?
That's what it says. I have to know why you stopped me. That's what Google University
I just got
says.
one question before we break this down.
Okay.
What is the payment on your student loans for Google University? I'm just wondering if they're an accredited school. And if you are making payments on that, that is a debt that you need to dispute. That is not my area of expertise, but right. I'm just saying if you're making payments on student loans for Google University, you got ripped off. I'm just letting you know now. So I hear you though, because part of the reason that this show came about is all of the body cam that is available to us now as the public. All of the different content creators that watch the body cam and they want to tell you their opinion. Yes, they did this right. No, they didn't do this right. I'm not, hey, to each his own, and they have their different reasons for their opinions. However, I've seen a lot lately, right? So you're pulled over, you walk up to the car, officer says, how you doing, sir? Can I have your license and registration? And you say,
for what? What you pulled me over for?
I'm the officer. Sir, I just need to get your license and registration. And as soon as I get this part taken care of, we'll discuss why I pulled you over.
Nah, I'm going to think that's the setup.
Set up for
whatever you got going on. Because I want to know why you pulled me over.
Okay.
Before I give you my credentials. I want to know, why did you pull me over?
So
it's my right to know, right?
Why you got pulled over?
Yeah.
It is your right to know why you got pulled over. The question is the timing of when you get to know why you're getting pulled over. Let me paint a picture for you.
Okay.
Hypothetically.
Okay.
Police officer makes a stop.
Mm-hmm.
The driver of the car, police officer doesn't know this yet because he just pulled the car over, but the driver of the car is, in fact, a convicted felon who has previously been convicted of assaulting a police officer and or a serious violent crime against, say, a family member or something like that. And police officer, this person says, I'm not telling you, I'm not giving you anything. I'm not doing anything. So you tell me why I'm here. And the next thing you know, the police officer ends up in a life-threatening situation for himself, as well as the citizen who got stopped, because that person in the car is a violent individual and that police officer has not called for backup yet or anything else. He's out there by himself. The reason that they ask you for your identification first before doing anything else is because they need to know who they're dealing with. So let's say that you do give the identification and there's not anything that's going to come up on your record. I get pulled over, officer asks me for my identification. Sure, no problem. Because when they go back to the car, all you're going to find is my name. I have nothing to hide from this officer. So go ahead, run it. Go ahead, run it. I don't have to have an attitude about that. I don't have to have anything. Go ahead, run the ID because I understand why you're running the ID. And when they come back, if they were apprehensive, let's say, there are officers out there who want to act away just because we are people of color. But now they know there's nothing on Lady Esquire's record. Maybe their shoulders go down too, and they take a deep breath, and you take a deep breath as well. But the bottom line is driving is a privilege, not a right, which is a whole other thing we can talk about sovereign citizens one day. But driving is a privilege, not a right. If you're driving a car and this is a traffic stop, the first thing they have the right to ask you for is your driver's license. Because if you don't have a driver's license, you should not be
operating the vehicle.
Exactly. So first things first, this is a traffic stop. The first thing I need to know is, are you even allowed to be driving?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Second thing is, because of the type of scenarios that I just gave to you about officer safety, in 2004, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the officer taking the time to run someone's license and for officer safety trumps the minor inconvenience of you having to wait a couple extra minutes to find out why you're stopped. Because you waiting a few minutes, we hope, is never going to cost you your life. And I say we hope because we're not going to pretend that those outlying situations don't happen to people of color. We're not going to pretend that that's out there. But in general, you waiting a couple minutes while they run your name is not going to cost you your life. But for an officer, if they don't know who they're dealing with, it could. So the Supreme Court made a ruling that the officer does not have to tell you why they stopped you before they get your ID and run it. And so when you refuse to give it to them, you are interfering with their investigation. And that is why we see these body cams escalate just like that. Because the bottom line is the officer has the law behind them, and we are misinformed oftentimes. So when you don't give that, you're interfering. Now that you're interfering, next thing you know, they're telling you to get out the car. Somebody, not you, because you would be a good client for me, somebody is screaming, I ain't getting out the car. You can't make me get out the car. Get out the car for what? Just because I didn't give you my license, get out the car? Now this is escalating. Now you're at a point where you could end up arrested. And then the next thing you know, they drag you out the car. You're actually maybe injured. Your car window might have got broken out. You are pissed beyond pistivity. You're screaming, yelling, you're cussing them out. And you're thinking for certain that you are going to sue the police when this is all said and done. And guess what? You're probably not, because you didn't give your license. That was illegal. It interfered with an investigation. That was a second breach of the crime. And they had every right to take you out of your car and do whatever they had to do to get you out. And now I have no loss.
But Google University tells me different. Google University and YouTube tells me I have the right to know why you pull me over before I give you any identification. This is what Google University says, and YouTube tells me all the time.
So I challenge you then that after you take that step and do not give that information and you get arrested, if you could kindly find the legal services, referral services, where you can retain an attorney who got their degree at Google University or YouTube and have them represent your ass when you get to court. And then report that back to the group. Bring that information back to the group. Because I venture to say you will not find a licensed attorney in any of our 50 states or any of our countries that our listeners are in.
You think so?
That got their law degree
off Google?
Off Google or YouTube. I don't know. I feel it. I feel it deep down inside. I just don't feel like. And if they did, somebody call me and tell me about it, because my student loans are $250,000. $250,000, I'm telling you, to get my degree. And I went to school for 8 years straight for undergrad and law school, and then took a state bar exam to become a licensed attorney. So I'm going to go with, I got ripped off then. But one of us is getting ripped off. Either I got ripped off when I had to go get my degree.
I think you got ripped off.
I mean, it could be.
I think you got ripped off.
You never know.
Because
there could have been a recent quantum leap, and it could have.
You got to understand. You got Google University, you got YouTube, and the newest one.
AI.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. They might have ChatGPT grad school for all we know.
That's what I'm saying.
Or not.
That's what I'm saying.
That being said.
So Like, so
Don't do it.
So the correct thing is to comply.
The
right?
correct thing is to provide your identification.
Just to comply.
Yeah, comply. And I don't want to use the word comply loosely because that's something that we will be breaking down in every episode. We're not saying.
What does that mean, comply?
Follow the instruction of the officer.
Okay.
Follow the instruction.
When Joe Smo put that badge on, he's the law.
He is an agent for the law.
So that means we should listen to him at all times.
You should follow the instruction because at that moment,
he's in control.
He's in control of the situation. And as we are learning, right, we follow those instructions. Mm-hmm. Cameras are everywhere now. Mm-hmm. Even cameras are everywhere. And those recordings can become proof if an officer has violated your rights. If Officer Joe Schmo is not doing what he needs to do. But when you allow your emotions to take over, even when you're right, that case is going to be harder to prove on the other side. I'm not saying we can't ever do it, because sometimes we can, but it's going to make it much, much harder. And what I will say about this particular situation, stop and ID, currently 26 states have a statute, which a statute is a state law for stop and identity. And that means that in those 26 states, if an officer has reasonable suspicion that you've committed or are committing or about to commit a crime, you're legally required to identify yourself. If the officer pulls you over, he's already asserting that he had reasonable suspicion of some type of crime, even though it might be very minor. It might be that your light is out on your back tag. It might be that your blinker didn't work. It might be that he saw you without a seatbelt. Right. But all of those are illegal things. And so he's got a suspicion, and that's why he stopped you. So you must provide it. That being said, in some states, you just have to state your name and address. But in all 50 states, if you are the driver, because driving is a privilege and not a right, you must produce your license at the traffic stop.
We're just going to name a couple, right?
Yep.
So we have Florida.
Of one of these 26, right? It has a state law that says you have to.
Right. We have Florida, we have Georgia, we have Illinois, and we have Texas. Yeah. That's just a
list. That's just a couple. So, and I would note too that there are circumstances under which when you are a passenger, you may have to provide your ID, but that is not a absolute. That depends on the circumstances, and there are circumstances when you are walking down the street and you may have to provide your ID. But again, those are very specific. That is something that we need to cover at another time because that is not a blanket statement. That is something that we need to teach you your rights on because we want you to be legally loaded on those issues as well.
And also, we are here to do what?
Give legal knowledge.
Not
legal advice.
And also, I'm going to say this. This is knowledge for you not to get those bracelets on you.
The bracelets aren't even cute. They're not even cute.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all.
They probably don't go with whatever outfit you were in that day.
Right.
Either.
Take heed.
Yeah, exactly. So basically what we're saying is
do not try this.
Do not try this at home or on the side of the road.
Exactly.
It's not worth it.
It doesn't make sense to do that.
Right. So let's recap what we talked about today. We talked about Nolan. Rest in peace. Nolan. Yes. Prayers for the Wells family.
Right.
We've got your back. We believe in what you're fighting for, and we're following Nolan's story, and we're not going to let it be forgotten.
Not at all.
We're not going to be quiet
not at all
until the answers come. So we're joining everyone else who is fighting that fight to get answers for that family. And secondly, we talked about stop and identify statutes. And yes, if you're driving, you better give them your driver's license and your information. It's not hard. They will come back and tell you why you're stopped. If you're not driving, that's more of a gray area. And we didn't have enough time today to cover that too. So we'll talk about that.
Because I have a story about that. So we have to come back.
We do have to come back to it.
Right.
We'll talk about that on another show. So for now, gosh, thank you guys for tuning in for week 3.
Thank you.
It's happening so fast, right?
Oh my God.
Don't forget, there'll be merch
Yeah.
coming to an online store near you very, very soon. Share these links.
Exactly. Please do that.
Share
Please
the
do
links. We're doing this because we want you guys to know. We want you to be armed with the information that you need. The police and law enforcement agencies shouldn't be the only ones out here armed. So we're arming you with legal knowledge.
Exactly.
We want you to be legally loaded.
Exactly.
And I am Lady Esquire.
And I am Ice Cold Dre the Game.
And we will see you next week for Legally Loaded.
And also, Power Blendz 99.8.
Yes.
You're now listening to the #1 radio show.
Ready to stream the #1 station.
Power Blendz 99.8.